It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The fruits are cold and nice, but the weather is hot and sweaty. And just like that, 24 hours and 2 long train rides later, we have made it to Xingpingzhen, a small old town in between all these beautiful karst mountains.
So this little fishing village you see behind us is on one side of the Lijiang river, and on the other side is Xingpingzhen Old Town, where we're actually staying. And what Shish said about the 2 trains was just 2 very exhausting journeys all through the night. We actually started in Kunming yesterday evening around 8 p.m. and then we had a train all through the night. We reached somewhere midway at a city called Guilin, and then we had to take another train this morning to make it from there to here. And both of these trains were sitting trains.
And it was very, very crowded, and I was shocked to see that so many Chinese, they were like talkative all through the night and they were having fun.
Yeah, it was actually very fun to see that, but at the same time we barely got any sleep.
So after reaching here in the afternoon, we just checked into the hotel, took a nice bath, stepped out quickly, grabbed some vegetable fried rice, and then came here to this point because we wanted to watch the sunset from one of the high points in the city. So we're actually somewhere midway. That's a cruise ship.
You see that boat there? That boat actually goes up and down the Lijiang river, and they have these cruises that people can get on. It's a very touristy thing to do. But then a local told us it's really nice to go up this mountain, and from there's a nice sunset view. And now it's around 5 p.m. so we figured it's cool enough for us to go up. But we're in no mood to really walk because we're so exhausted from being awake all night long. Barely got any sleep.
But we're very eager to see the view from the top.
Yeah, we only have about 2 days in this town, and then we have to proceed ahead because China is a really big country. Watch your step. China is a really big country, and we have only so many days to put to good use. It's getting a bit harder here. Oh. You're fine?
Yeah, it's so steep and it's like in the corner of the cliff. There's no railings also on the opposite side.
I think we're halfway up. We just found this little box here with water bottles in it, and they put a little price sticker. I don't know if you can see that. They put a price sticker and a scanner to pay online using your phone. So I think it's 6 yuan for the small bottle and 8 for the big one. Honesty store. Now for the easiest part of the hike.
It's like this all the way.
We're nearly there. See the summit. Shish is right there. And this is the view up here. it's time to head back down into the old town. This is gonna be a little bit of a long way down for
very
Shish.
long way down.
Is it steep?
Yeah, knees are shivering.
Whenever Shish is climbing down heights, her knees begin to tremble a lot. And usually she's quite fast while going up, like up the mountain, but coming down is always more challenging. For me, it's pretty much the same both times. But in the beginning, I always used to think that Shish sort of made it up. But then I've seen her knees shivering, and it's actually true. That's when I realized that there's a lot of people in this world who find getting down harder than going up.
Look at this.
Huh?
Look at this. But at least there are railings.
Looks scary.
Now it looks like I'm going up, but I'm actually going down.
Looks so scary.
Careful of the camera.
All right.
If it was not for Navneet holding my hand like this and giving me moral support, I would have just stayed on top forever.
You wouldn't stay on top forever.
Or I would have climbed that down much before. And would have missed the sunset.
On so many levels, this hike feels exactly like the one we did in Wangliang in Laos. Even the plants look almost identical. And we have a nightmare from climbing that one too. You remember that?
Of course, and I'm safe.
2018 was our first time in Laos before we left home to travel full time. We began hiking up something like this, a limestone mountain in the middle of nowhere in Laos. And it started to rain torrentially. Somehow, the hike, which was supposed to take only about 45 minutes, took us 1.5 or 2 hours. But eventually, we made it to the top and somehow survived without slipping and falling away. But the awkward thing was the entire climb we have done in swimsuits
And flip-flops.
and flip-flops.
Now we can't. As soon as we came down, we saw a small stall which was squeezing orange juice. We just had to get it. It's sweet and nice and fresh.
It's a very thin and tall bottle with at least 8 oranges in it. Or 8 half oranges. 8 full.
Almost 6 oranges.
And this costs us 10 yuan. About 120 Indian rupees.
Totally worth it, isn't it? Now you made the right decision.
Yeah, some ice and it would have been. And now walking through the streets of Xingpingzhen Old Town, and on both sides there are so many small restaurants and souvenir shops. But I think we have come a little later than we should have. Earlier when we walked through to get to the riverside, it was actually very, very busy, and we figured it's so sunny right now, we'll come back later and vlog it. But clearly we should have done it then because
Xingping people sleep in really early.
yeah, it looks like that. But restaurants are surprisingly open till quite late in China. I mean, if we had to compare it even with other Southeast Asian neighbors, this one actually stays up quite late. Most restaurants that we saw in Kunming and even at the railway station in the morning, they're open at like very odd hours, at least until 12 in the midnight, and open again at 5.
One unique thing which I observed in Xingping town is that they have these shops where they sell fruits by the kg. Like they have a variety of fruits like pineapple, apple, cherries, tomatoes also. You can pick any of it, and for 1 kg they fix a price. So you can mix and match your fruits, make your own fruit salad, take it in a box and go.
Yeah. Pineapples are really good. So our friend here is taking a video of it.
Well, today also we have got the Chinese special fried noodles with a lot of veggies inside. You might be thinking that these guys are just eating rice and noodles at every town in China, but honestly the taste of it is very different from city to city. We are like very bad at describing the food, but we're enjoying it thoroughly. This is like a fried noodle. This one has a lot of lettuce, carrots, morning glory, peanuts, beans, fried onion. It's amazing, and look at the quantity. I don't think we'll be able to finish this. We're gonna take it back to the room.
So that was our first day, everybody. Our first day in the south of China. We are here for another day tomorrow, but
Yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow because okay, I'm not gonna tell now, but you'll get to know in the next vlog.
okay. So there is a plan for tomorrow. We're still here one more night, and we haven't decided what we'll do next. We have to buy train tickets if we're leaving this town.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm not enjoying so much here. In China, the distances are so far, and for everything we need to take a train
Yeah.
ticket, and these train tickets are not affordable. They're really
Yeah,
expensive.
they're so expensive. Like, we've been so used to taking the bus, which usually used to be a lot cheaper. But in China, buses are even more expensive than the trains. Of course, the fun in getting on one of these bullet trains is definitely there. But then again, when you are on a budget, it really starts to take a hit. And so far, we've definitely crossed way beyond $30 a day.
And to try to stick to our budget, like we're trying to take sitting trains instead of sleeper trains, that means we're not getting enough sleep throughout the night. The next day, we don't have that much energy to do things.
Yeah.
It's
So-
all kind of messy.
It's definitely more challenging than we thought. Okay. In the past, a few people have written to us saying, if the budget is such a big constraint, then why don't you increase it beyond $30? Well, the truth is that we would love to do that. It's just that at this point, with the kind of income that we have with Buy Me a Coffee and YouTube revenue, it's just a bit too difficult to go beyond this budget. So that is why we're trying our best to stay within the means and still make it sustainable enough to continue traveling like this. So
Like even today, there was another viewpoint which we could have gone to, which was a little far away, and it had an entry ticket of 60 yuan. So we did a lot of research, and we found out a hiking spot, a sunset spot, which we could go for free.
like, we don't mean to share this in any sad way. It's just that these are circumstances which influence the decisions of how we have been able to travel and how much more we're able to sustain. So because we've always been honest with what's going on behind the scenes and in the scenes, we just thought we'd share this with you.
And that's why we didn't even vlog yesterday's train journey, because we knew that we will not have energy to do it. We will be out of sleep, we will be grumpy, we will be sleepy and whatnot.
Yeah.
Maybe the next one we can vlog it, because it has a slow train, a fast train and a bus, right?
So hopefully
Yeah.
we can share at least one train journey. Like, we really do want to do a sleeper train. It's just that we have to find one that works in our
Yeah.
schedule. So thanks you guys for coming with us and exploring Yangshuo today. And we'll see you again in the next vlog.
Bye!